Firstly, I want to welcome everybody in here, particularly the players who weren't here last week, the players from Bath and Leicester. And huge congratulations to those players from Bath and Lee. Huge congratulations to you as well. It was a tough game now, and I was sat in the stands and I was enjoying it because it was, whilst it wasn't the most pretty free-flowing game of rugby, it was a proper tight battle. It was closer to Test match rugby than what I've been watching. So really well done to all the players. Andy was there. The nature is, and I said this to the players who were here last week, so said the nature of any particular 1 week is that everybody starts in a different place. We all have. I have, to the other coaches, each of you, to the other players, you all start in a different place. Now, the challenge is, by the time we get to Saturday, is that we're all in the same place, all fully focused on the task at hand to go and play the way we want to against France.
One of our biggest improvements from last week was early part of the week. The first 1 or 2 sessions we were within ourselves, a bit quiet, we didn't quite jump right in, we didn't quite attack it. Not this week, okay? So from this moment on, whenever we're warming up or whatever we're going to handling, let's make sure we jump right in. Yeah? Let's make sure we have a really good session, and great intensity about it. Good? Yeah.
Holy! That is cold today.
Obviously Saturday didn't exactly go how you would have wanted to, but how easy is it to kind of park emotions after that coming straight into here?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's probably not the easiest. I mean, you go through such emotions and in playing the game and such, it was absolutely gutting the way it went, and to not get the result you wanted. So look, it's not the easiest coming in and putting that away, but it's not easy. But then the lads and the coaches make it so much easier. They have full understanding. They're like, I know you're still going to have a bit of emotion from it, but I'd much rather be coming into this than be at home thinking about what went wrong, what we could have done better, all of that. I feel quite lucky to be able to come straight in here and attack a really exciting game at the weekend, and in the next few months to almost not have to think about it too much and try and go and keep getting better and right the wrongs a little bit in a different environment. But I'm glad to be in. I'm excited and feeling all right.
Unfortunately lost a couple of finals as a coach and know how that feels, and so you do feel for the Leicester boys. It is really tough, and then you've got the ultimate high of the Bath boys who probably don't need much talk or chat because they're still pretty high from the weekend leading into a tour that they can't wait to go on. So the Leicester boys have been incredible. They've just come in, reacted, and there's been no time to waste, to be honest. It's Monday straight away. We've got a couple of sessions till to go at the weekend. And my first full weekend, I've done a couple of days here and there, but my first full week as well. So it's been go from as soon as we arrived. The end product would be, I want players going on the field really confident. I want players going on the field to back themselves. To do that, I believe you need to give them clarity. You need to know exactly what they're doing in any situation. Giving the boys that clarity gives me my end product, and my end up product is I want players really confident. I want players seeing opportunities and taking them. They're good players. There's a reason why they're here, and look, this is a stage for them to go and back themselves on. Look, a big part of my job is obviously younger guys, first time at this level, is to give them the clarity and to make sure they've got the belief that they can go out and deliver on this stage.
Go, Tim. As close as you can. Brilliant.
Ted I've worked with obviously for the last 2 years. He's just a brilliant guy to start with. He captained Worcester at a really young age. He's got leadership abilities, but he shows it by what he does on the field. He's tough. If you talk about bath players, he's the quickest bath player we've got, so back or forward. So if we can get opportunities to put Ted Hill away, Ted will be good at the weekend. He's an unbelievable athlete. And look, do I think he's got to a ceiling? I think he still can keep climbing. He's going to get better and better as time goes on. And I think it's a chance for him to take his club form now into the international stage and show it on that stage.
I was doing a bit of reading on you this morning, and I've read that you used to be in a choir.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah. I was in the choir for, I don't know, actually 5-6 years maybe. Worcester Cathedral Choir. Yeah, unfortunately haven't got the pipes anymore, but yeah, I don't really know. I think it was just something my mum got me into, to be honest. And then just started, and then, well, it's a bit random, isn't it? But yeah, I just ended up doing it for 5-6 years. Had some mates in there who did it as well. And then I just went from there, really.
Can you remember what your first cap song was?
Oh, I'll tell you what I think it was. I think it was The Day I Die by Just Jack. I think that was my song. I should have done like a choir song, really. I don't even know if I remember a choir song. All the choir songs I remember are all Christmas-based. All Christmas-based. So, because that was the only time I really remember doing it, because I was relatively young, so.
And talking of bench, young Ted Hill is on first cap, 19 years of age. This is first season of Premiership Rugby. 2.5 hours in hand of it before he was called into the England squad as one of Eddie Jones's, as he calls them, apprentices. But the apprentice now has his cap.
I think from 2019 I've changed quite a lot. I think 2019 came as a bit of a surprise in terms of my debut with England. I think obviously I just started my Premiership debut with Worcester, and I think 6 or 7 games later I'd got called into camp, and I think it was all quite overwhelming and quite sudden, it felt like. And I think from that period until now in 2025, I think I'm able now to see the game from a different standpoint, I think, and see that you're really lucky to be in these positions and you can use them to really develop yourself. And obviously camp is challenging, camp is tough, there's difficult parts to it, and obviously being away from family and all that stuff, but you also got a massive opportunity to first and foremost play for your country, but obviously develop yourself as a player and meet new people, and there's so many benefits and positives that come with playing internationally. So I think over those years I've come to realise all those amazing attributes that come with playing internationally, and I think all that just consolidates, and I think I've come together now and just in a place where I can take each camp as it comes, and if I'm lucky enough to be involved in games, then I can just really use them to hopefully showcase what I can do and take a step forward, really. Me and Hazy have gone back a long time now, really. We've come through a lot of the England age group stuffs with each other, and our families know each other well, and he's a really, really funny character, and we've got on well throughout all the age group stuff. So I think it's someone who he's been sort of a constant in the England journey for me, and to have someone like that's been really, really great, because I think it's someone where you can, obviously you come into camp and you see so many new faces, and to have someone like that is really nice, to have someone, as I say, as a bit of a constant, and you can, always rely on being a really good friend, and as I say, a unique character, and I think, great guy. Really, really enjoy getting to know him.
Wherever we go somewhere new, I'm just like, I try to find the place, and I'm like, Ted, are you keen? And he's like, never says no, really. So we've been to some kind of strange places, when we've been on tours and stuff like that. But we do have a bit of a weird interest in weird things, yeah.
Where's the most random place that you and Ted have visited then?
When we were in Argentina, we went to a taxidermy centre, and it was just sort of an easier way to go and see the animals. You know what I mean? So like, instead of kind of, going around looking up trees and stuff for like some, I don't know, Argentine squirrel, but we just saw them stuffed, and it was quite convenient. You don't see them in their habitat, but you saw them in a cupboard, so it's probably a bit easier. I think he remembers that. I hope he does. It was quite memorable for me.
We're both probably quite curious people, I would say. Obviously, he got a lot of weird general knowledge that I probably don't have.
The word of like the name of France, the etymology of France comes from the tribe from Germany called the Frankians, I think.
He always just comes out with stuff where I'm like, that can't be true, and then you look it up and then it will be true. And as I say, he's an interesting character and he's got some knowledge to back it up as well.
When they had the whole emigration into the Western Roman Empire, they eventually settled there. So then like the famous king like Charlemagne, who had the whole of his sort of kingdom, like the Frankish kingdom or the Charlemagnic Empire or whatever, he had, when he died, he split up between his 3 sons, and I think it was Charles the Bold took France, and then it all became its separate country. And if you look at the old map, they split it directly in 3, and you can see how the modern borders shape up. So that's quite interesting. I like etymologies and stuff like that. Why we call things, you know. And that's probably my only fact about France. I think that's above board now.
The team for this weekend: Ted Hill, Guy Pepper, Tom Willis in the back row.
To be told you're starting is obviously special, and as you say, all my caps have come off the bench, and it's been sort of brief cameos. So I think to get the opportunity to start and sort of put your best foot forward, I think is a really special opportunity. So to be told, obviously, from Steve on Tuesday was really special, and to be obviously to be put up on the board as well is always. You know, those things are sort of a dream for you. So it's amazing to be involved as in the starting group, and just excited to get out there and show what I can do, and as I say, put my best foot forward. When you grow up playing professional sport, and I think whatever professional sport you play, I think there's an aspect of rejection to professional sport, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. It's probably just sort of bred in me a little bit of some things are out of your control. There's a lot in your control in terms of how you play and how you train and how you prepare yourself and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot in your control, but there is also a lot out of your control. So I think for me, it's about sort of controlling the controllables, and then those things you can't control, just having a bit of an acceptance for them and just knowing that they are what they are. And I think it's just always been a part of my personality as well. I'm quite a chilled kind of guy, and I see myself as a professional rugby player, but I don't see it as something that defines who I am. And I think it's good to have an aspect of understanding that sport has got rejection to it, but it's about controlling the controllables, and that's all you can do, really. Yeah.
And I reckon it would be easy, first game of a series, 30 degrees, all that, to just look after yourself tomorrow. But what I've been impressed with since I've come in, and what we've been speaking about a lot, is being contagious to the person next to you. So let's generate a brilliant atmosphere within ourselves, lads. So that every time that England step on the field, we are the most physical team, and we're helping each other out, and we're bringing each other with us. Like, make it a brilliant day. Enjoy it. Like, it's why we work so hard. It's why you boys have been working as hard as you have for the last couple of weeks, for days like tomorrow.
That's a shot, that's Ben. Everyone's so excited from the week. We've had 2 good weeks building. Obviously, it's a fresh squad. A lot of young boys, the likes of me and Seb coming in for the first time, and Guy Pepper. I think we're all really excited. Obviously, there's a lot of experience in there as well with the likes of Slady, Jamie and Fordy. So, you know, I think all the boys are really excited to go out there and give it a good shot.
2 sides full of hunger, and this right here is the final stage for these young and experienced players, Rachel, to make their mark and potentially book a ticket to 2 fearsome summer tours in Argentina and New Zealand.
Simple message for you. I want to reiterate what Jinx has said all week. It doesn't have to be perfect today. But what has to be perfect, boys, is our attitude, our intent, our responses. That's what's going to be perfect today. I'll tell you one thing as well though, boys. The team that hits first physically, will get on top of this game. Do not wait. Let's go. Yes, boys.
Reds and whites emerge, hungry for a crunch. Tucked in, spinning, driving, reaching! But eventually, the French resolve is broken. Jack back to the right, Coles won't be denied. Ford to Atkinson, and it's worked out beautifully. intensity, full of drama, with 5 tries and a 15th contest in the balance.
We're letting them recover, boys. Like the next bit, like take them to the abyss.
Any transition. We're going to have to fight, we're going to have to stay in the fight, we're going to have to keep digging. Clear on that?
Numbers queuing up that wide. Slade to Dogbram. Bodies everywhere. One pumping drive from France and so close to the paint for the French back row t-shirt on. They wriggle forward. They wriggle close. They wriggle to victory. Les Bleus, rather remarkably, emerging on top in this non-cap international that had all the hallmarks of test intensity and quality from the first blast of the whistle to the last bell.
That game shows us anything, so we've got a load of potential in this group. I think we should be really proud of a lot of our effort. I think it also shows us fine margins and little detail in test match rugby win to lose this game. Like 2 points here and there when we're on it, you give them no opportunities. You walk before you run, little things like that. Might let them into the game a little bit. We've always got a bit of work to do with our ball rugby. We'll make sure we go and do that, but we'll make sure we do that. Heading into Argentina. Start, we are for a good start, but we'll have a good start. No results, not going to go our way. Let's go away. It's a good time with your family. Come back in, ready to learn, ready to get better, ready to get my inside.
Proud of the effort and attitude, boys, commitment. Proud of it. It's been a good couple of weeks leading up to it, and we, by and large, we put it out there on the field today. But just at the top level, small margins decide these games. So make sure we take this opportunity to learn now. It puts us in a better position if we learn for our next challenge ahead.